Coming up on this episode, I become a boat electrician.
Why are my instruments off?
I can now sail in reverse.
I thought I was going down. I'm actually going back up again.
And we practice solo mooring up to buoys.
Damn it.
Hello and welcome back. We are currently in Corsands Bay Beach, I guess, on a mooring buoy. I prefer mooring buoys because I haven't got a windlass, so that means handballing 30 metres of chain, which, when you're on your own, is not only difficult but also quite a challenge. So, mooring buoys it is. As long as I can trust them, which usually in this area, they're pretty good. I was sat here this morning and I'm wondering if that is a Cobra 850 the same as mine. It looks very similar. But then I guess lots of boats would probably look quite similar with just different names on, like cars, so I don't know. I can't make out any name on it though, so I can't search the name up to see if it is or not. Anyway, on for today's plan. So we're currently in Corsands. I did have some idea about maybe going down the coast, but we're blowing southerly all day. It's going to be quite lumpy. And at the current wind speed, I'll be lucky if I make 2 to 3 knots of speed, meaning that anywhere nice, not nice, but anywhere substantial like Salcombe or Foy, whichever you want to pronounce it, are about 6 to 7 hours. And if I have to motor, I've got to listen to the droning of the motor the entire way, which I really don't like. So I think what we're going to do instead is we'll play around in the sound. There's a few boats already out by the looks of it, having a bit of fun. There's bound to be a bit more wind when we get out there. We've got 4 knots currently coming across the bow because we've got this big headland blocking our way. But you can see over there on the horizon in the sound, everyone's out with full rig, which looks quite good. So we're going to head out there. We might end up going up the river. We'll see how we get on. One of the main reasons I bought the boat was not so much to do miles, but to do practice, because you can stay on a tack for 4 hours or whatever, but it's the practicing the mooring buoys, the anchoring, the manoeuvres with inside. So what I might go and do is go and find some more mooring buoys and practice on those. I would stay and do it here, but there's a survey boat going up and down which is showing restricted in its ability to manoeuvre, and I don't want to get in the way. So we'll get ourselves underway, we'll go and play in the sound for a little bit, and then we'll head in towards Plymouth, maybe the Tamar, or maybe do some mooring buoys. So let's get cracking. First things first, engine on, and get ourselves off this mooring buoy. In theory, I should just undo this, the wind will blow me backwards, I'll run back, get the engine going, and we'll be away before we get into trouble with that one over there. Yeah, that's the theory. This chap's just sailed off that buoy, after he's just put his sails on by the looks of it. Survey boat still doing survey things, and a warship. So just a small amount of traffic to deal with. Right, this is the shorter end. Right, we are now floating away. We are going backwards with the wind, which is good. Can't see the buoy though, so let's get ourselves behind it. Right, there it is. Stick ourselves and tick over forward.
we are away. Why are my instruments off? Oh, that's not helpful. Oh, of course. Yes, I know I'm away from the anchor. I left. Why are... Oh, good. The fuse just popped out. Apparently, this fuse had popped out. I wasn't even aware these fuses just popped out.
BTS, please, room.
Okay, we're back to working again. Right, instruments are working again. Good. Turned out it was just the fuse. Phew! Right, instruments are working again. Good. Turned out it was just the fuse. Phew! So we can go back to the original plan. Starting to get a bit of wind now from over there. Is it full sail? Why don't I try? Let's re-prep everything. Hello, we interrupt your regular video with a quick thank you message because thanks to all of your views, subscriptions, watch time, comments, my channel has now grown and I am able to offer memberships and super chats as an additional way of showing support to me, my adventures and the content that I bring to your screens. So a huge thank you if you wish to support the channel even more, then those are now available to you as options. There's different levels of memberships depending on how you want to support. There's also super chats, again, no really idea what they do. And of course, if those options aren't for you, then please just like, comment on the videos and subscribe to the channel. Share them to your friends if you enjoy them that much and help me grow my channel and keep the adventures coming to you. So a huge thank you to everyone so far for their support and hope for continued support. And we'll now go back to your regular scheduled video. I'm stuck on something. Okay.
Right, that's the sails up. We're doing 2.1 knots, although that'll be with the engine, so we'll see what that is in a minute when it drops off. We've only got a wind speed of 5.2, so I'm not expecting miracles here. Full rig, full Genoa, full main, currently close hauled because the wind is there. Kind of just following what this boat's doing, really. But obviously we're heading towards the breakwater. I need to barrow down from it towards Plymouth. We've got a lot of ship movements today. So I'm going to have a little look now at the... Probably should have looked before I started, but I'm only playing in the sound. And see what marine shipments we've got coming in and out today for the naval port, because they're all listed online. I'll have a quick check now to make sure how busy it's going to be. And then we'll go from there. So cool, let's turn the engine to neutral and see if we're actually moving under wind. That warship's just turned towards me. Great. Do a 180, go away. They've been in that all morning. I've had about 3 warships already this morning. Another one over there. That looks like a fueling ship though. Maybe they're coming in and out for fuel. I don't know. Oh, it's turning away. I don't know what it's doing, it's just spinning around in the bay. It's just spinning around. God knows. But hey, we are sailing. And apparently we're under 2 knots, or at 2 knots. So that's good. Let's turn the engine off and have some of that lovely sailing silence as we go across the sound. Key in neutral. There we go. Now we are just sailing at 2 knots still, so we're holding. So we'll keep this for a little bit and see how we get on. Whew. This is nice. Not going very far at 2 knots though, which is why we're just staying in the sound. 2.1. Yeah, now we're talking. Right, we've bared away, the wind's more of a beam reach now, so we've just set the sails a little bit more. Although I've got these 2 big things to contend with. We've got Brittany ferries on one side and a warship on the other, and what I suspect is the police coming to make sure that I've seen both of them in front of me here. I can bear away a bit more. Don't get it wrong, it's not particularly close, but it's close enough for me. So we've got these 2 passing by on the entrance to the sound. We've got police out in a rib over there. We've got police out in their regular boat there. They've already been out twice this morning for other warships. And I've just bared away, trim for, well, beam reach to a run, and off we go. Those 2 big boats are going to make quite a lot of wake. Just in the entrance now of the slipway. This is where I'm now getting a force of the swell and the wind together, which is why it's making it a bit more rockier. I mean, the sea is flat calm, and on the inside of the cove over there and behind this breakwater it will still be flat calm, but for this little bit in here it's a bit of a rush. Very minimal today, but it's making the boat rock more than normal. Of course, once you get past this, either into Plymouth or out to Plymouth, out of Plymouth, then it becomes calm sea state again. It's just the little funnel bits here. If I was to go around to Buoy, then it would be a bit rough to go out past a headland and then calm the rest of the way. And that's not the problem. The reason I haven't is they're coming back. Because tomorrow it'll have been blowing southerly all day today, all night tonight, and all day tomorrow, getting rougher in the afternoon, meaning that it will be quite choppy and pretty unpleasant coming back with it smashing on my beam the whole way. Or at least for me anyway. I'm just playing with the sheets to see whether I can get any more speed out of her. Currently sitting at about 3.7, but I'm just toying with the idea maybe I shouldn't be as close hauled as I am, because I think the wind shifted a little bit. So I'm just letting a bit out. I let out too much on the Genoa and it started flapping, so I dressed it back in. And now we're just playing with the main. Only because we were heeling quite a bit and it felt like we were a bit overpowered, which is incredible considering I'm only in 10 knots of wind. And yeah, I'm getting a bit more speed out if I... such a thing as a beamy haul, I guess. There's one in the middle, I just forgot what it is. Well, that's a bit less heel. We're still doing the same, if not a touch faster, so that's good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to aim to make this tack, if I can, to go behind that tanker. So if I keep going as far as I can, then tack round, I should be able to go behind it. I might have to bear down for a little bit and then come up again. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. That's the plan anyway. Maybe that trim has worked. We're doing 4 knots of speed at 10 knots of wind. So that's good. It's weird because I can start to feel like a little, like a hum in the boat, I guess is the word. Hum or vibration as the wind comes through the sails. Don't feel it at 3.5 knots, put it that way, or at 3 knots. Well done, Autotiller. You're holding on true. Right, if I tack soon, I should get what I need. I've gone in, jived back on myself, just gone back to where I was originally, and then gone again. This whole point here where I thought I was going down, I'm actually going back up again. Which I'm assuming is the tide pushing me, but why? Like, it's the same point of sail. There's nothing different. Except for the cams here, where this is pulled to starboard side. But that still shouldn't affect the Genoa placement and stuff like that. So why? Whenever I tack, there's no... foot from the end. No. The control wheels for the Genoa cams, I think they're called, on the beam part of the boat are the same both sides. There's no difference there. I don't understand. Because now I'm doing 3 knots in the wrong direction. No way I'm making food while solo sailing as I'm going along, so everything's pre-made so that I haven't got to stay below for any longer than I actually have to. If there was someone else here, then sure, we could take it in turns, but just me. We interrupt your food break because you need a jibe. Oh, sheet in. Stand by. Line prepped. Line loosed. So, sit rep. 5 knots of wind, 2 knots of speed, and we are at least heading in the right direction. Apparently, according to Navi, it says course of 320 true. 320 degrees true, not 322. But at least this time I've not been pushed back by the tide, although admitted I am going very slowly. But I am at least heading in the right direction. My kind of plan is to head. I'm on the correct heading to go behind Drake's Island. There's a series of mooring buoys behind Drake's Island, so when I get close, whatever that will be, I thought I'd drop the sails and practice motoring onto them, so a bit more practice of those, and then probably head in, because by that point it should be late afternoon. I got to clean the boat and stuff yet anyway, so we'll do that before packing up and heading off, I guess. But first of all, get to Drake's Island at 2 knots. Apparently it is half a nautical mile away. So at this speed, quick math, because that was not quick, half an hour, I think. At this speed, roughly. See how we go. Meanwhile, actually, if any of you watching this, like me, are looking at doing a Yacht Master exam, I've already passed the theory, but I picked this book up afterwards, which is The Complete Yacht Master by Tom Cunliffe. Cunliffe? I hope I'm saying that right. And if I had it before my theory, I might have found it a bit easier. But it's a very good encyclopedia, pretty much, for everything you might need to know. Highly recommend. I've been reading this now for about 2 months. So yeah, I'm not affiliated with me in any way. I'm just giving a recommendation. I like it, you might not, who knows, but there we go. So it was actually about half an hour. We have maintained 2 knots. We've maintained 2 knots in quite a straight line this time, so we've gone straight across. And we're coming up on Drake's Island. In fact, we're coming up to the red mark at Drake's Island as well, so hang on. There's Drake's Island. There's the red mark. And over there, where that one yacht is tied up, are the mooring buoys. So I'm gonna start the motor, go around the marks, and go and start practicing over there. So let's start the motor, bring that in, and go from there. I'm just going to practice on this closest one, I think. On there with a bird on. It's charted depth. Two meters plus tide of 4 meters falling to 2.6 at low tide in 4 hours time. So we're still okay. Now that boat's facing that way, which is weird because the wind's coming from behind me and it's tide going out, so it should be facing the other way. So the plan here is we'll head to wind, we'll sail up to the buoy, bring it down the starboard side, use the hook, and the wind will push us back, allowing me to walk the rope up the boat, secure it on,
and that'll be us moored. Hopefully. No, we're going away from it. Oh, that's why. Things come off. It's going so well. Okay. No pressure, it's just the entire sightseeing tour looking at me. Cool. Maybe I can ferry glide it in. Rope's cool. Damn it, my stick didn't work. What if I do it in a stern? I've never tried doing it in a stern before. We could try that. We're going to aim to bring the boat this side of the buoy and see if we drift on down to it. Problem is I need quite a few revs to get this turn on the river on a stern with this boat. So I need to start slowing down once I've got motion. But not so slow that the tide pushes me too early. So I can feel us being pushed now. Right, let's make our approach. Stop it there. Right, this is working. Success. Hey, it worked. We're only doing a quick stop, so I'm not going to bother putting on secondaries and everything else. Looking at the shackle on that mooring buoy though, that will fray quite a few of my ropes, so I definitely need to invest in a heavier duty rope for mooring buoys, because they appear to be quite corroded, is that the right word? Rusted on the shackles. Anyway, we're tied up now, but that worked better in reverse because I had full control of the boat and the hook at the same time and the same point. I didn't have to keep running up and down the boat. So maybe that's the way forward. Might look a little silly in the in the moorings if I come in stern too, but if it works, it works. Right, well, since we're on the mooring buoy, we might as well prep ourselves to go back into the marina while we're safe now. Save me doing it all moving along. So let's get the fenders out and the line sorted. Cool. Truth be told, we're always a little bit apprehensive about going back into my slip. I can do it on my own. And you get one shot. So we've set up all of the lines. We've got our bow, stern, midships. Conditions are pretty calm. Tide's going out, so it should be simple enough. The plan is probably to go get the midships on first. If there's someone on the dock side, brilliant, no problem at all. But I did see on YouTube, another video I watched, somebody had a midships line back to the cockpit, drape that over as they go in over the closest cleat, and then you pull it tight and that effectively becomes like a bow line slip, and that essentially pulls the boat in. So if we have to, we'll try that. We'll go with what I know first, but that's a backup. I always go in port side too, I always go in forwards. So right, engine on and let's get cracking. Sailing vessel with the port line packed water. This is the red sailing vessel to your bow. So the sailing vessel's behind me. I've just tried radioing to see if I can just make sure we're all going in the same place. But no radio. Go figure. Sailing just tried on the actual Marina channel and they're not picking up on that either, so whoever that is, the two of them in that boat, can't use a radio. Turns out they are going the same way that I'm going, so it's a good job that I took a wider approach just to make sure, because neither of them are even looking at me. Brilliant. My neighbour's changed. Swish. Please tell me I'm still recording. Don't get me wrong, the fenders are too high, but that was near on. Perfect. Right. Right, walk you forward a little bit because, you know. Cool. In fact, midships on. Port on. Port, bow. Got to reach over for this one. Come on, spin in. Spin in. If you can't tie knots, tie lots. Hey, seagull. And there we go. That was quite possibly the smoothest park I have ever done. Well chuffed with that. I've got a new neighbour, Princess 32. Looks rather nice. No cells though, but very nice all the same. Right, now I'm boiling, so let's get the boat cleaned up and we'll go from there. Right everyone, that is it. We are back safe and sound. Boat's packed down, bags are packed. It's ready to go back up to the van and head home. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. A bit of a slow sail across the sound, but some good practice with the mooring buoys and coming alongside. My best park yet, so that's really good. Happy with how things are progressing. So if you have enjoyed this video, please like the video, comment below and subscribe to the channel. If you really like what I do, please consider using the links in the description to help support me. And as always, thank you for watching, take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.